Hey, what's up guys, Damian here with another noob-raping video, as always owning and raping those little noobs. So we have a noob here, let's see. Oh, what? Look at this little noob. The noob just took flight in front of our eyes, guys, and I mean, we just witnessed a noob going airborne. I mean, the noobs are evolving and we really need to keep up with the noob specimens. Another noob here, getting knifed, and the nuts on his face like the noob he is. And of course we have another noob here. As always, I mean, there is always a noob here, and drop those nuts on this noob face. That's real noise. So I wanna talk about Battlefield 1 in general. I mean, my gameplay impressions, and from what I saw from the videos posted by other YouTubers. And the main thing is that tanks seemed a little bit overpowered to them, but in reality they are far from overpowered, because you can easily disable them with the anti-tank grenades and the AT rocket gun that the assault class gets. And that doesn't make any sense, because rocket guns for individual soldiers, that they didn't exist back then. Man-portable anti-tank rocket guns. And people were also complaining about too many fully automatic submachine guns, and nobody complained about all these rocket guns that can snipe tanks and infantry at any distance. But of course they don't complain, because, you know, the noobs, they don't understand history, they don't understand authenticity or tactics. But anyways, I think the medic class, the support, those classes are fair. They seemed balanced and more skill based compared to the others. And now sniping, I made a video about sniping, in which pretty much I said that they made it easier for noobs, and this is a very bad direction that they took, because you know what I've noticed in the Battlefield series in general, that sniping keeps getting easier and easier. In Battlefield 3, sniping required tons of skill, and it wasn't for noobs. I mean, you couldn't zero your scope, and the highest magnification scope was the 12 times scope, which took skill to do long range sniping. And after that, in Battlefield 4, they added the rangefinder gadget and the 40 times scope, which made long range sniping easier for the noobs. And of course there were a few good players that made all these crazy long range headshots over 1,000 meters, and those were pretty good to see. But you know, the noobs, they shouldn't use sniper rifles from day one. I mean, you really need, you must practice in order to use sniper rifles. And now in Battlefield 1 they make it so much easy, because if you wanna snipe somebody who is around 200 meters, it's very easy. I mean, you hardly have to compensate for bullet drop. It's almost pinpoint accurate. And that's why I don't like this, because they made it too easy. I mean, it's super easy. And I think that sniping, which is the #1 thing that requires skill in any first person shooter, to actually require skill. I mean, you need to have the bullet physics here. And yes, I know that they added the bullet drag mechanic, and the muzzle velocity slows down at longer ranges, and that's a direct nerf to long range sniping, because the thing that requires most skill, that is the long range sniping, they made it even harder, than they make medium range sniper easier for the noobs. And you know, the noobs usually snipe within those distances, 100 to 200 meters and even less than that. But anyways, I've noticed now that with the new Behemoth vehicles, the Zeppelin, the battleships, the trains, and I heard about submarines also. Somebody spotted or data mined a submarine, spotted a vocal from Battlefield 1, and I don't know how the submarine is gonna play out. But anyways, now I don't think it's fair to give the Behemoth vehicles to the losing team, because if you are losing, that means that you don't play the objective good enough, and you need to have people on the ground to secure the objectives, not distract them with the Zeppelin, and they'll be like, oh hey, there's the Zeppelin, let's hop in, get a few kills, and then die from the crash when the Zeppelin falls to the ground. And that also doesn't make sense for in general, because let's say you wanna play with the Zeppelins, and you really need to be on the losing team in order to do that, and that's completely stupid. Let's say that the game puts you on the winning team and you wanna play with the Zeppelin or the battleship or the train or whatever, and you need to switch teams in order to play. I don't think so. That doesn't make sense, balance-wise. I mean, and I believe that the winning team should get the Behemoth, and the losing team must stick to the ground to play the objectives in order to win. So yeah, well, you can see me raping those little noobs here. Battlefield Hardline will be missed. Well, at least I will miss it when Battlefield 1 comes out, because in this game there are so many noobs. I mean, the amount of noobs in this game is just, whoa. They are like bots. Those noobs, look at them. I mean, look, the noob just jumps in the action, ignoring everything else, and gets shot in the face, of course, like the noob he is. And yeah, noobs getting on, noobs getting raped. Well, about the I wanna talk now about the support class in Battlefield 1. In Battlefield 1 you really need to deploy the bipod in order to play effectively with the light machine guns, because they said that the light machine guns will be very inaccurate when you start shooting, and the bullets will start to have a better grouping the longer you shoot. And again, that doesn't make sense, because usually, and well, in real life, the first few shots are the most accurate shots, and then the gun starts to spread. The bullets start to spread, and well, that's I guess they did that to encourage light machine gunners to use them with a bipod and play from a medium distance. And the assault class, of course, with submachine guns being too good at close distances and horrible at medium and long distances. They did that for balance purposes, and really the assault class must use the submachine guns in close quarters, of course, and of course the sniper at long ranges. But with the assault class, like I said in the beginning, the anti-tank rocket gun, it's completely absurd. With this gun you can snipe infantry, tanks, and I don't think so. I mean, maybe we are giving again too much power to the assault class. Well, I know that at medium and long distances it's gonna get outgunned, but it will be unfair if you are a sniper and you are getting blown up by the 80 rocket gun. And I think this type of weapon should be a battle pickup, or you know, guns like that scattered around the map. And of course we have the field artillery and the flak cannons, the anti-air weapons, which are doing a great job at destroying airplanes. I mean, the airplanes are going down like nothing in Battlefield 1, and I believe they need to be buffed, because it's really hard to line up the target and get a few shots on the enemy planes. But anyways, thanks for watching this video, guys, and remember, keep raping those little noobs.